Well, today you'll be walking with me on the Greenway. Today is Friday, January the 2nd, 2015. On a very cloudy day, rain's supposed to move in tonight. This is looking towards Powell Road. Well, the time is 9:18, so we'll start that walk. Time is 9:22, and I'll take a right up here off this second loop, and that leads on to the first loop. And it's 9:24, and I'm looking back at what I call the second loop. Okay, this takes us from the second loop to the primary loop. Okay, I'm looking up towards the main parking lot. You can see Powell Road. Okay, now we're at the main loop, and I'm going to take a right. Starting this loop, the primary loop, is 9:29. And now I'm looking from the primary loop down towards Powell Road. Okay, now I'm looking towards Powell Road, and the time is 9:32. On the main loop, almost to Powell Road, and the time is 9:37. Time is 9:39. Looking back over the primary loop, as I call it. And this is the main parking lot. And this is Powell Road. And now from the main parking lot on Powell Road, we're going to go down the Greenway to Pendle Street. And this is looking back at the main parking lot. Time is 9:46, and I'm looking back towards Powell Road, and I'm actually just about halfway to Pendle Street. Which you can see over in this direction. Time is 9:49, and this continues on to Pendle Street. Now I'm looking back down the Greenway where I just came from. And I'll be crossing this bridge and going on to another part. And this crosses Pendle Street and goes on over to the Aquatic Center, and then eventually over to the soccer field on the Zacks Fork Road. Time is 9:55. Looking back over towards Pendle Street. Time is 9:57, and I'm looking over at Meadowood Drive. Well, I'm not really a user, but I'll keep right anyway. 9:59 on the Greenway. And at 10 o'clock I'm looking up at Beverly Circle from the Greenway. Up through these woods is Meadowwood Apartments. Looking at Meadowwood Apartments times 10:03, and I'm going to pan around here and look down the Greenway towards Pendle Street. Now I'm looking over towards Powell Road. "10:06. I'm at the soccer field on Powell Road. Okay, I'm on Powell Road. It's 10:12. I'm looking back over the soccer field. I'm almost to the Aquatic Center. Okay, it's 10:15 and I'm now at the Aquatic Center, and I'll continue on right by the Aquatic Center. My battery's running low, so on the way back probably won't take any video. When I was young in 1950, there used to be a Lenoir Police Department shooting range in this area. Powell Road was dirt back then. Now this runs right up beside the Aquatic Center. And a beautiful little stream runs all the way around through here. Now I don't know what the remains of this is, whether it's the remains of a building, whether it had anything to do with the shooting range out here. Maybe it belonged to the city. I'll post a photo of this on Facebook. Somebody will know. Thanks to my Facebook friends Gary James and David Thompson for identifying this structure. Okay, it's 10:20. The soccer field is over this way off Zach's Fork. And I'll pan around here and show you where I came from. Almost to the soccer field. It's 10:22. And this is where I took my last video. Okay, we're at the soccer field at Zach's Fork. No more video until I get back across Pendle Street. Okay, it's 10:48. I'm going to take a right. Okay, I'm looking towards my home on Meadowwood. Meadowwood Street is right up the street there. And we're going to pan around here and show you the part of the Greenway that goes in behind the library. Okay, I'm looking back. I just finished the part of the Greenway all the way to the Aquatic Center at 10:48. So now I'm going to start the part that goes to the library. The path to the right leads up the hill to the library, and the part straight ahead was named after Joan Rogers. Joan's husband was Dr. Rogers, and he owned Meadowwood Apartments for a period of time in the 70s, and he was also a gynecologist. This complex includes the property that Ed Wendelborg used to own. His son had a garage right here, David's Auto Repair, I believe it was. Anyway, Ed Wendelborg was a son-in-law to Irvin Smith. He married Frances. And we used to hide the new cars over here when I worked at Smith Crossroads Ford. This is very close to Crossroads. Looking up towards the Wendelborg's old home place, This would have been part of the original driveway. Okay, this is as far as I'm going. If you go on straight under Blowing Rock Boulevard, it would take you over to East Harbor. And this is looking back down the original driveway, of course it's been paved, of Ed Wendelborg and family. Now, right across this creek, you have Taco Bell, but once upon a time, Smith Crossroads Ford dealership was over there, and the tractor and truck department was over here near the creek. And that's where Ted Seahorn spent a lot of his days selling tractor equipment. So back to the footbridge at Pendle Street. Now I'm looking over towards Powell Road and the main parking lot from the Greenway that goes behind the library. Some people park over in this area. Well, it's now 11:24. And I'm on the way back to the main parking lot on Powell Road. Okay, now we're going to start back down the right side of the main loop on the way back to my car. And this is taken from the right side of the loop, looking over at the artwork on the other side. And of course I'm looking down towards my car and towards the Cottrell Hill Road. Left, of course, goes back to the main loop, back to the parking lot, and straight on goes back to where my car is parked, to what I call the second loop. Time is 11:44, and I'm almost back to where I started. Just about finished. I'm going to take some photos of the tiles that were dedicated to folks on the floor of this little shelter. Hope they'll turn out well. This is a cloudy day.
The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train. There to meet me is my mama and my papa. Down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they've all come to meet me, arms are reaching, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I awake and look around me at these four gray walls that surround me, and I realize that I was only dreaming. For there's a garden, there's a sad old padre, arm in arm we'll walk at daybreak. Again I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they've all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. Yes, they've all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. This song here is a true story, folks, I'm about to sing to you. And I remember as a child, when I was a small boy, my dad used to sing this song. It goes a little something like this. It happened in Stokes County, North Carolina. It was on one cold December day, and snow lay on the ground at his home in...
I want to take just a few seconds here to dedicate this video to Jim Barger. Mr. Barger was like a father to me, and on Sunday afternoons when he'd go up to check his mail at Lenoir Roofing, he would let me use his welder, and I learned to weld when I was 11 or 12 or so. He was really a great person. I believe he was on the Lenoir City Council at one time.
They say he killed his wife at first, and the little ones did cry. Please, Papa, won't you spare our lives, for it is so hard to die. But the raging man could not be stopped. He would not heed their call, and kept on firing fatal shots until he killed them all. Now farewell, kind friends and foe, I'll see you all no more. Into my breast I'll fire one shot, then my troubles will be o'er. And when the sad, sad news was heard, it was a big surprise. He killed 6 children and his wife, and then he closed their eyes. They did not carry him to jail, no lawyer did he pay. He'll have his trial in another world on the final judgment day. They all were buried in a crowded grave while the angels watched above. Come home, my little ones, to a land of peace and love. When the work's done tomorrow, I'll be leaving. I didn't come to stay but just a while. I'll think a million thoughts and do some grieving about your lovely eyes and tender smile. You set a fire within my heart a-glowing. You have truly made a deep mark on my mind. It's a hard and a trying task to think of going when the one I love I know I'll leave behind. But there's many a hill that needs a crossing. There's many places left to see. But I know there's no folks that I'll be knowing, and no face will mean as much to me. When I walk down that long and lonely highway, in my mind you'll be walking there with me. But I know that sorrow's traveling 'cause the road will be one way from you to me. But there's many a hill that needs a crossing, there's many places left to see, but I know there's no folks that I'll be knowing, and no face will mean as much to me. There's no face that will mean as much to me. There's no face that will mean as much to me.
Something and it sure is fine. Let's take our love one night at a time. There's one thing we both agree, I like you and baby you like me. Let's take our love one night at a time. All night, love all night, practice makes perfect, gonna get it right, gonna get it right, one night at a time. All night, love all night, practice makes perfect, gonna get it right, gonna get it right, one night at a time. I think about you all day long, it feels so good, it can't be wrong. I've got my fingers crossed that this goes on and on. Tomorrow, well, that's another day. Come on, baby, now what do you say? Let's take our love one night at a time. All night, love all night, practice makes perfect, gonna get it right, gonna get it right, one night at a time. I think about you all day long, it feels so good, it can't be wrong. I've got my fingers crossed that this goes on and on. All night, love all night, practice makes perfect, gonna get it right, gonna get it right, one night at a time. All night, love all night, practice makes perfect, gonna get it right, gonna get it right, one night at a time. All night, love all night, practice makes perfect, gonna get it right, gonna get it right, one night at a time.
Well, I grew up wild and free, walking these fields in my bare feet. There wasn't no place I couldn't go with a 22 rifle and a fishing pole. Well, I live in the city, but don't fit in. You know it's a pity the shape I'm in, but I got no home and I got no choice. Oh Lord, have mercy on a country boy. When I was young, I remember well, I'd hunt a wild turkey in the bobwhite quail. The river was clear and deep back then, had fishing lines tied to the willow limb. Well, I live in the city, but don't fit in. You know it's a pity the shape I'm in, but I got no home and I got no choice. Oh Lord, have mercy on a country boy.
And this is the entrance off Cottrell Hill Road, and you can see Cottrell Hill right up here, the intersection. And this extends on to Sievert Circle. It's just a little gravel walking path. You have to turn around and come back the same way. But this concludes this walk, which is now at 3 hours, but it took a lot longer, of course, taking photos and videos. So thanks for watching this, and it'll be posted to Facebook, Caldwell County Now and Then, and also to YouTube at Bill Tate. Thanks for watching.